I want to say, Grant, coming back for a reason. We got breaking news that's coming out of the Vatican, and you're going to be surprised at this news if you have not already heard it. And the reason that I'm coming on is significance to to me. We're right now. I'm trying to hook up and trying to give you an opportunity to see uh, some audio and video of what's going on in St. Peter's Square as we speak. This is
Welcome
live.
back to the Associated Press
This
live
is live
stream on the
feed from
conclave on the
CNBC
day
TV
that Pope
18
Leo the 14th, the
that's
first
with us here. Hold
American
on one
Pope,
second.
was elected.
I want to talk. Let me tell the news, lady. Let me tell the news. Thank you for coming on. Anybody that has come on, this is a breaking news event that we have here. We have the first American Pope, the very first American born Pope. He was they naturalized, not, I don't think he was birthed, but he's a naturalized citizen, think of some kind, but he's an American citizen. He's an American cardinal, and he's the very first that has ever come from the United States of America. Now, why am I on the air? I'm on the air because of one simple thing. He's from the city of Chicago. Yes, he's from the city of Chicago. His home is the city of Chicago. I don't know what his diocese is, but we're going to listen to some of this. And I just wanted to share this with you as we look. Let's take a look and take a listen to CNBC TV 18 live coverage of this. It is an
A couple of years
historic
ago by Pope
event.
Francis to come to Rome and to lead the very powerful office for bishops, a position again that might sound insiderish, but made a very well-known quantity within the Roman clergy and the Roman Curia. As I said, the crowd behind me, it just absolutely exploded with cheers. They've been waving flags. We've seen people crying. And we have noticed many of the cardinals, including former Cardinal Prevost, now Pope Leo XIV, smiling broadly as this announcement has been made. The crowds are now continuing to mill. There's a very festive atmosphere. There are lots of flags around. So it's very, very special moment for the world's 1.4 billion Catholics and for everybody else who is waiting to see what more they can find out about the line of the next papacy. One thing that is relevant to bring up perhaps is that there were a lot of expectations about where the new Pope was going to be from. Remember, Pope Francis was the first Latin American Pope, and now we have the first American Pope. So let me tell you a little bit more about him. Again, he's 69 years old. He belonged to the order, and in fact was eventually
I'm going
the
to try to
Superior General,
find
or the order
some
of St.
other
Augustine,
video
which is named
of
after one of
this
the most famous and important figures, St. Augustine.
important event. I'm going to go to another website. Once again, this is breaking news on the Magman Morning Show. We have our first elected Pope, and my man is from Chicago. Okay, so that's why I'm here. It's significant because it's very, very, very significant that this American cardinal becomes the new Pope. I don't know what his name is going to be. Let me stop this right here. I'll stop that. Okay, folks. And I wanted to get your reactions to it. I'm here. I want to thank you all for being here. This is a great opportunity for us to come together to see this live event that we're at this historic event on the Macman Morning Show. This is a breaking news event. You might not want to hear. If you do, I want you to just give us an opportunity to bring this information to you and how significant politically and socially it is going to be for the United States of America, because this is the very first out of all of the dirty jokes that that orange man had said about uh, Chicago and about Catholics and how they made fun of this gentleman, of people, Catholics all over the world that are white, black, and many other colors. Um, that this man has been discussing and talking about. I'm trying to get the video right now of we got this right now. I got from my home from NBC5 Chicago, and I'm going to it right now. You all stick with me. I hope you just understand the very important aspects of this American Pope versus this orange man that's up in the White House. This is a man that went over to the Vatican, to vote for a new pope, and who would have ever thought that this man would be the pope? The
I
pope.
think so.
Okay.
I think people love him for who he is, and he'll have the full weight of the people of the world behind him. Obviously, in America, there's just an extraordinary burst of pride. But look at Peru, look at South America.
This is the very first American Pope from, and he's born in Chicago, the Holy Toledo Batman, as they would say.
Could it be a game changer? And does the church need a game changer?
This is a game changer. Lester Holt, NBC News, folks.
He's so smart and so talented, and you can see he has a spine of steel and is willing to speak truth to power. And that's a really critical element.
Okay, I'm not going to be here very long. We're listening to Lester Holt, and also you're listening to the Mac Man, James Mack. And I just wanted to come back and give that breaking news. We have our first American Pope.
But he clearly said, look, evil is not.
His name is Pope Leo. Forgive me for the mispronunciation. The Pope Leo the 14th. Those of y'all that at Leo Catholic Prep on the south side of Chicago on 79th Street, I know y'all gonna be dancing.
He's gonna be his own man.
Pope Leo Catholic School. I want to salute my brothers and sisters over there in coming over there in Inglewood. It's almost in Inglewood. I don't know. I got to get that right area over there. Y'all know where that is, where the Sandpipers used to be over there. Where y'all went to the Sandpiper.
For example, it's a massive debt. We talked here among us that, you know, it would take more than just a person who has experience, but also a person who can enlist the right people to help. Does he have that kind of connection?
Well, I think everybody will be lining up to help.
The first American. Do y'all think I'm gonna put this question to the audience? Do you all think that this was calculated? That they knew that all of the tariffs and that they knew that fascism was getting ready to rise up in the country in the United States, that the Cardinals saw that it was important to send a strong message to Donald Trump and his folks that we are not going to take it anymore. Matter of fact, we're going to elect this man Pope.
Where this all leads.
Have mercy. Have mercy, somebody. I'm on the air right now. I'm telling somebody right now I'm on the air. I am on the air. And I want you to join me here. I'm live and direct. I need to let you all know that I'm here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Forgive me, folks. Wait a minute.
Semi-Latin American Pope.
Got to put this out. I'm live right now. I had to come back. We just ended our regular broadcast, our Magman morning show, and
church in Peru has got a lot of problems.
Hold on a second, y'all. I'm just going to pause.
Situation. And he's going to have to be very determined and strong in dealing with that. But I come back to how comfortable he looked in his own now able skin at that presentation in the central loggia of the Basilica. It's also a great name. I love the name Leo the 14th. It's a great run of popes going back to Pope Leo the Great, Leo the First, and the continuity with Leo the 13th, with his
Now, I want to say something in significance of this great event that's going on right now. The significance is this is an American cardinal that went over to elect the next pope. And in doing that, folks, what happened is this sends a message right now. It sends a message that they are not giving. Okay, now he was appointed by Pope Francis in 2023. He was
capable of
he
leading
was the head of the bishops of some kind of conference there. That's an American cardinal right there from Chicago, from the city of Chicago. I'd like to welcome anybody that has that's here with us. This is a special MacMahon Morning Show report. We had just got off the air when I kind of scrolled down and looked, and I saw that there was an election. But then when I saw what they were saying, that this pope was an American, I had to jump on and let everybody know what's going on and what's the significance of this politically, globally. This is a global move. See, they said that the Orange Man was playing checkers and they were playing chess. And the bishop, the bishop on the chessboard is a bad joker. You stick your head out there, King, and you got your head chopped off by the bishop, because he's the Bishop of Rome. And not only that, he's the Bishop of the Vatican, which is an independent. It's a what do they call it? It's a sovereign nation. He is the head of state until he died. And that's what happened. If he leave here, he leave. All the other popes was Italians and different other nationalities and from different segments, on these different segments of the world. The Latin pope, the pope down there, the one that just passed away, Francis, he was from Argentina, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And they fooled around and saw that they needed to do something about this situation in America, because we got a madman in America. We got a madman. We got a madman that's sitting there and he's putting these tariffs on people, and he's hurting the children, and he's hurting the senior citizens, and he's doing all kinds of things. And the Catholic Church said, hold up a second, we're going to make a move. And you know what that move is? We're gonna make an American the Pope. Hold on.
Completely fluent Spanish. All of that, plus the desire to demonstrate the unity of the church by moving.
All right. Okay.
Into a decision. This really quite striking.
So as you know,
I didn't get your thoughts.
We're here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
His acknowledgement and tribute to his predecessor.
Once again, you're listening to a special report from the Mac Media 3 Productions, the MacMahon Morning Show. This is James Mack. I'm on right now. And the reason that I came back on the air right after we left the air, there was some international news that came forth that is very significant to the United States and what we've been talking about all along. This was a political chess move by the European Union, I say, to get Donald Trump and snap him into place. We have our very first American Pope, and this Pope comes from the city of Chicago. This is the MacMahon Morning Show. I'll be right back. Y'all just stand by. I'm trying to get some information. Just stand by and listen to Lester.
We interviewed Pope Leo XIV during the last conclave in 2013. Marianne, it's great to have you on. You're a dear colleague and a friend. And before I ask you about your meeting, your interview with him prior, what's the word from Chicago tonight? What are you hearing?
We are hearing that everyone is just beyond excited. They can't believe it. Neither could we. My photographer and I had run to the square to hear the news. When I heard Robert Francis, I said, oh my goodness, it must be him. It is the newsroom we hear has erupted. We really don't know him well, other than we know he's Chicago roots, and we're claiming him. I did meet him 12 years ago after the conclave, just briefly right outside here of the Augustinian house, and spoke to him for a few moments. He spoke very highly of Pope Francis. I know that he was once the Midwest head of the Augustinians and lived in the Beverly neighborhood on the south side there. And so I tried to reach out to the current head of the Midwest region just last week, and they were a tad nervous to speak ahead of time and said they would wait and see what happened. But they did give me this. I wrote it down. He is respected for his intelligence, good humor, and approachable, his stamina and his courage. He was a good friend of Francis. This was from Father Tony, who went to Villanova University with the now new Pope. It is just amazing, Lester.
Yeah, Marianne, and we were talking earlier about how many Chicagoans we.
Those are our broadcast brothers and sisters from NBC5 Chicago, along with their local reporter. They're doing Lester used to be at Channel 2 in Chicago. But we're here to announce that not only is this Pope been elected, but he's an American cardinal that went over there, speak English just like you, and he come from the city of Chicago on the southwest side. He came from the Beverly neighborhood over there where all the police and everybody, real heavy Catholic area. St. Leo is his name. His name is Leo the 14th, and Leo High School. He's named after he took a name of the Pope, Pope Leo, St. Leo now. High school on the south side of Chicago. Right there in the heart, almost in the heart of Inglewood, almost over there in that area. Father Flager's area, right there by, not right around down the street from St. Sabina Catholic Church is right down the street there. So Chicago has a lot of Catholic roots. I'm not Catholic or anything. I'm just a Christian. I love the Lord. Of course, I'm saved. And I don't believe in Catholicism. I'm not against them. They do what they do. But this is a significant political thing. I want you all to think about this move as a move of a chess move. That the European Union did not think that they had the power to do what they needed to do. And they got an insider, someone that was born and raised right there in America, in Chicago, that has been dogged by the Orange Man, that has been dogged by all of the Republicans, where we try our best to do what we do in my hometown. That's what it is. Not just saying that that's my hometown. This is significant, folks, because this is the first American Pope, and this man is in charge, and he has the leadership of 5 billion Catholics worldwide. The United States ain't got nothing but about 300 and some million people in it. He's in charge, and he is the head of state of the Vatican. The Vatican is a sovereign country. He's a sovereign leader of that country, but his followers, he's got 5 or 6 billion Catholics. The meaning of this, he's the head man. All over the world, they got Catholics. So how you gonna strike at them folk, and especially in America? And the man come from Chicago, over there, Richard Daley. I mean, not Richard Daley and them over there. That's where Sheriff Mike Madigan's neighborhood. That's over there in them Beverly neighborhood. That's police, fire, politicians, city workers, all kinds of that. That's many. Oh, right over there, Beverly, like the Beverly Theater over there, Evergreen Park. Over there, yeah, Beverly Hills, all over there, Beverly. The Beverly neighborhood over there. Y'all know where the Evergreen Plaza is. That's around there. That's Beverly. That's nice. Beverly, I mean, really nice, but it's heavily Catholic. Chicago's heavily Catholic. At one time, Chicago was the second largest Catholic diocese in the United States. Had 2 million at one time. Had over 3 million Catholics.
Not the American Pope that people may have imagined for decades. That he is his own man and maybe harder to define than perhaps we're giving him credit.
I think watching him and seeing the sense of calm he projected on that balcony, it reminds me of Pope Francis talking about how he felt an overwhelming sense of peace after his election, a peace that remained with him through his whole pontificate. And you get the sense that Pope Leo XIV feels that same peace and entrusts it to entrust his heavy burden. Really,
and once again, you're listening to a special broadcast, breaking news event on the MacMan Morning Show. We just left the air a few hours ago, a couple of hours ago, and I just wanted to come back. I'm not going to stay on long. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I know that they knocked us off a little bit, but this is very significant, and I wanted to say something about it. Tune in to tomorrow. I'm not going to talk much about it, but I am going to mention it. And thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you for putting up with us. This is the MacMan Morning Show special report. And we'll be back on tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. You have a wonderful, wonderful